Hi, this is Stacy Nelson with Only 2 Degrees and caloriesandwine.net, and we're joined today with Peter Poole of Vitis Consulting, but more importantly, Peter Poole, one of the founding members of the Temecula Valley Quality Wine Alliance, because I think I've also called it association before, but I seem to have a history with you, don't I?
Well, okay. Alliance, it really says it properly, because this is a group of wineries that felt that they had common goals and could easily work together on a fairly defined agenda. And that agenda is both to focus on making high-quality wines and to promote the making of quality wines, both their own and to have an effect within the valley here, I think. So those wineries are Hart Winery, Thornton Winery, and Keyways.
This is the quiz at the end of the day. Just make sure you were paying attention,
Yes.
You got them all.
and they're the founding members. And so, with time there might be one or two others come in. And then I'm in there as a consulting viticulturist, because as you and I have discussed before, that's such a strong part of making quality wine is quality grapes. So I think the Alliance, in an internal way, what the Alliance really wants is they're not looking to bring in so many wineries that you start having pressures to change the direction or goals. So, and one of the things they do together is to actually sit down. You and I had talked about Grenache, for instance. I'm sure that during the year here we'll be tasting at different times of the group. We'll be blind tasting Grenache wines. So the members will blind taste each other's wines.
How do I get on that list?
So that they'll be blind tasting each other's wines and probably throwing in what we like to call benchmark examples, either from California or Europe or wherever.
Right.
And when you taste blind, you really, you don't know whose wine you're tasting or what. So it forces everybody to have an honest assessment. This is just a very good way to get better.
You don't think there's ringers in the group that know that that's really their wine, even if they're blind tasting?
Here's what my experience is. My experience is if you're putting your bottled product out there that you've had on the market for a while and you taste it, you probably know it's yours. But
Right.
A lot of the time with the new wines, and this is where it's crucial when you do this before bottling, then you have an opportunity, if something doesn't stand up quite right, you have an opportunity to make some adjustments and improve it before it goes in the bottle. The winemakers quite often are not quite as, this wine's a brand new wine and it's still going through changes, so it's a little harder to pick those out as definitely being yours compared to the one that's been in the bottle and on the market for a while.
Right.
So I find a lot of the time there's certainty or sometimes even fear that when you would taste the wine and go, oh gosh, I hope that's not mine.
That's funny. Okay, so your alliance really is pretty much just a very small group that wants to make sure that each other is adhering to higher quality standards, or is this really more of an outreach program, an education program? And let me see the bigger picture.
It's both. I think, first of all, it's not making sure that each other is producing quality wines. It's helping each other produce quality wines. And then really probably the biggest point is to have outreach about it, that they are making quality wines, that these wines are being made in the Temecula Valley from Temecula Valley fruit, and that this is happening here. But you can't make the outreach without having your roots in the ground first, and that's what it really is. In my own business, I call this, it's a type of marketing I call holistic marketing, because it's not just the kind of BS marketing slogan in the end. It really is based upon reality.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this alliance you really see as a long-term process that, right now you're setting the groundwork, you're planting the vines.
No, the vines are in the ground, and in many cases, the wineries are purchasing grapes. Most wineries
theory.
purchase grapes.
It was more metaphorical than that.
From other ones. Oh, I see. But, this is part of my job, is to visit contracted vineyards and give ongoing reports to the wineries on the grapes, and if any things need attention in the vineyard to create the kind of quality they want, they'll know it during the season. This is one of the things that I do with the member wineries.
So you make sure that what the member wineries are receiving to make their quality wine is also quality. So it really is from vine to bottle.
That's certainly the goal, and you hope that in a particular season you're doing that, and then certainly that you're getting better from season to season. If a problem shows up, you don't want to see it again the next year. And that's the kind of process. So you're right, it is a process.
It's a process.
Yes. Now that's behind the scenes. Out front.
Out in front, the public persona that other people see.
Yeah, out front, the marketing of this group will focus on the quality wine production. Certainly, tourism is important, but there's a lot of work already being done to promote tourism by any number of groups, including the Wine Growers Association, and the wineries are all members of that. So this is a more narrow focus for something that these wineries want to be known for.
Okay, now is there a marketing side of this? I mean, I know there's the tourism side, but is there also marketing of your wines in the world? In the wine drinking world, outside of our little.
I'm going to let some of our member wineries talk about that.
Oh, you're deferring.
I am going to defer on this. There certainly is.
You have so many words in you, Peter, and you're deferring this?
Yeah, there definitely is that marketing side to it. But I'm kind of the behind-the-scenes guy, and I think they'll say it better.
Well, we'll have to let that be seen as the day goes on. But I sure do appreciate you spending some more time with me today. And good luck. Again, this is Peter Poole with Vitis Consulting. And all of the information will be up on caloriesandwine.net soon.
Thanks, Stacy.
Thanks. So talk to you soon.